Hello, this is FG back with you for Anbennar. Today we are continuing the Newshire campaign. We got declared on by Blightseed last episode, and we will be fighting them. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit difficult. Nope. Yes, this will be difficult. Probably will necessitate the use of some mercenaries and probably some loans. But the payoff for doing this would be being able to eat all of these provinces with pretty much no aggressive expansion. It'd make Blightseed upset. However, we'd be conquering a bunch of provinces from a Green Orc and Old Dukan nation. No, we cannot afford that right now. Yep. Alrighty. This needs to be bombarded. Shit. Alright, we still have ticking war score, which is fine. Alright, I can't get my army stack wiped this soon. Alright. So I need to plan on how to deal with this. Blightseed has a bunch of manpower. And Krakenbar has terrible military tech. Let's get rid of this advisor for the moment and focus military. Alright. So my idea is hopefully just going to be to kind of wait for them to start sieging stuff down and spreading out a little bit, and then pick off smaller units while they do that. Alright. You know what, I can throw a defensiveness edict down there. Alright, they've lost 2,000 to attrition already. That is unfortunate. Okay. Get this in about 4 years. This is the price I pay for not making any alliances. Alright. And do this, focus this. How old is this guy? Only 55. this needs to go ahead and get Defensive Edict up. Invite the gnomes. Yeah, I'll just get those guys directly in. Alright. Yeah, we do want corn. Defects. Alright, so go ahead and just get rid of a few of these guys. And I will take... yeah, that, and I think we might be able to get one more eventually. Alright, and... talk to my adventurers. Yeah, we want Merc Discipline. It's good. I just want these guys. This is gonna make me negative, but it's necessary. Right, this needs a defensiveness edict. Where my normal loans at? Yeah. Right. The government policies. Take that and that. Stability up. Alright. Does Karak Banhar want out? They do not. We don't win this battle, unfortunately. They're gonna probably take this on the siege. They do. '11th Pantheonic Council. Yeah, we'll do that. The slack recruitment standards. This feels like a time where that is appropriate. Okay, that's good. Doesn't look like it, but I assure you that it's a very good thing that that is happening. Can't take that. Elections. Yeah, we gotta re-elect the same guy. Alright. Let's get the guerrilla bands. Alright, be able to take that battle. Again, we just need to piece out Karak Banhar, and that will be helpful. I'll get about 10,000 men out of this war. Yep, keep the same guy. Let me fabricate claims to Falsmeyer. And then I want to go to spend out here. Ankle shankers. Names on Falsemire. Got a spy network here. Alright. Got them. North and deal with these guys. Yeah. Yeah, we have to help out our merchants. This one more go. Good for them. Spy defections, can't afford that. Take this. Mages will be mages. Alright. Alright. Let's deal with these guys. These guys go deal with that. They come here. Natural scientist. When was this war started? 6 years ago. Jesus. Our war exhaustion like? It could be worse. Is the answer. These guys need to march that way. Keep him. Alright. From Blight Seed, steel maps of West Deep Woods. Alright. Goblins flee our lands. That sucks. Right. Pay off some of those loans. And pour up all of this. Right, now I need theologian, please. Alright. Oh, Grombar, what do you got? Sorry, not Grombar. Galwed, why you gotta be like that? Pearl's Edge is the Emperor. Who could I ally with? Corvuria, Ibivar. What's Corvuria doing? Decent. Some actual allies. Cancel military access. I'm gonna have to go with Chaldean, deal with Chaldean right now. Ooh, we're incorruptible, that's great. Deal with that. Protect the local economy. Alright. This, and revoke the points right there. Pay off a loan. No conflict, shit. Mistress of War, good. Keep it a modest level. Keep him. Alright. These guys can go. Version. Hmm. Right, Pony Knights and Culverins. Attack. Wow. $249. Alright, we now tolerate our goblins. Could be good, actually, because we have pretty decent buffs at higher ranks. Yeah, Pillars of Many Gods. BP number are we? 3. Yeah, take that. Alright. Alright. Improve relations with you guys. And I can do that. Help us again. Divert the waters. That needs to be 18 development. Alright, we're getting money again. Let's go with production efficiency and deploy rep. What is this guy? 49. We don't need to force a re-election. Yep, keep him. Alright. Okay, so these all need to be 15 development. Okay. Done. Done. Alright. Divert the waters. Third, we must create new irrigation canals, feeding them into our farmlands to provide fuel for our crops. Water is the blood of Halan, and as we know, well, let us dig her some new veins. Alright. Development. And we will develop this. Development and a workshop. The workshop. Let's get right here. Trade wars. Okay. Do this. Alright. Alright, I get another alliance with someone. Arnon, Arudia, Kugildir. I hate Grombar. Right. See if those flip over to the Tariq. Combat with these days, 25. Go with that. Alright, and these guys... alone, shit. Alright, the southern farthing, and to the south. Alright. Clear lodgings, need 250. Dustin Wall. This is Dustin Wall. The workshop. I can do a workshop. Take the rocks. Farm estates, 250 ducats, 300 ducats. So we need what? Approximately 2,000 ducats total. Go ahead and colonize this real quick. I'm gonna go exterminate the natives. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, alrighty. Anyone who hates Heart Grinder. Blade Breaker. Or Chestier. And declare war on them too eventually. Care about calling anyone else in. We're gonna no, we want that extra goods produced. We need money. More money sooner the better. These guys can stay behind while I send this army north. Come off. Come off as well. Yeah, we're gonna take him. This might be the last time he lives. Truce with Blightseed is up. Alright. Time to go ahead and deal with Blightseed real quickly. Meaty Monstrous Conquest. This time I will actually call Corvuria in. Build a spy network in here. Don't want to exit game. Good. Alright, so what I want from these guys is these provinces. No one's upset about it. Or reps as well. Banhar has claims on everything. I want stability. Popular religion. I'll just keep my clergy happy. Refugees' belief. Beneficial. Okay, let me go deal with these rebels. Tech. Fabricate claim on an area. Get on Doston's Way, which will be quite a lot. Yeah, what if I don't take that money and I just take that? I don't have ticking war score. Alright. Now I can actually go siege some stuff down. This can come off. There's our statesman. Need this. Alright, and... Hey there, Raven March. Austin's Way. Stalbor. I'll display network on you too. I appreciate the assist, Corvaria. You're a good buddy. We're not taking advantage of them. They're getting paid for this. Maybe I can take a Humiliate too. I might as well. I don't like them. Let's go with the skill 2 artist for 50% off. Him. Yeah, we're gonna be humiliating these guys. No, it doesn't really do much for me because we're already capped on power projection. Alright. Which one do we do first? The thing every halfling needs. It's not hard to miss the little things from the small country, things we could bring with us. The bright dyes of Viswal, the fine cloth of Newcobble, the rich tobacco of Tippany. That said, we have the land and resources to import some supplies. Maybe we could bring a taste of our old home to Ascan. Tea is wonderful. Clean, colored silk makes for a rather fetching outfit. A calming puff on the pike is enough to brighten any bad day, but something is still missing. Peregrine Kettlebrook was a young, plucky halfling entrepreneur. Second Turnwell was an up-and-coming trade center with hundreds of Newshiremen and foreigners flocking through it every day. There was nowhere else Peregrine would rather be. As he gazed upon the streets of the town, something nagged at his foot hair, and he combed his fingers through it thoughtfully. What was the town missing? There's an armory, a general store, an inn, hall set aside for all the estates, a blacksmith, a tailor, a leatherwork, a woodcutter, plenty of greengrocers. Where was the halfling supposed to get himself a drink around here? Hey-ho, to the bottle I go, to heal my heart and drown my woe. Alright. Where are my boys? They're coming back. And I will be taking tech. Alright. Declare a real quick war against them. It's their most... Old camp, yep. Declare for old camp. Crimson Deluge. The Dark Omen of the Usurper Corn attempting to do what Agrados once did. Alright, the Red Days. Started with a drop. Within the days, the deluge had spread across all of Newshire. As our crops were drowned in blood and gore, the soil withered and died beneath them. Our harvest failed, our people began to starve, panic, and riot. Our nation wasn't prepared for this. Was any? Did any need to be as badly as we did, with so many livelihoods dependent on good rains? Perhaps it was a message. Of course we know the war was over. The court, but maybe we erred somewhere too. Some go as far to whisper even worse, that maybe this was how it was supposed to end all along. There must be a way. Alright. Adventurers defeat bandits. We are going to be having a very bad time. Yep. Server extension like right now. Great. Right, this guy, there we are. Alright, we'll deal with them later. Queer lodgings. Across Newshire, halflings have taken to building their homes in the rolling hills and dales that make up much of the local terrain. Many of these halfling holes are surrounded by the beautiful gardens and expansive farms, and since our home is more a collection of countless villages rather than large cities, there's more than enough room to go around. These holes ought to be constructed in our largest population centers, and their design marked down as an official government policy. Alright. Yep. This is gonna be rough. And I need a courthouse where? Here. Alright, sounds good to me. Attack 11. Traitors, fools. Good. Let's change this. Okay, we'll go to Cornite. Hmm. Dowagers. Yep, Aronite Communalists. And... Cornite Firebrands. Alright. It's a mediocre province. This one. Yep, give them that. This one's also quite bad. This one's pretty bad as well. Barnes Justice. Yeah, repay that loan. Keep him to the code. Alright. First free fare. As it stands, Newshire is a loose republic made up of provincial rulers who have taken to calling themselves stewards. Though this has worked for a time, if we wish to stand on the same level as the myriad other nations in Halan, we should choose one of the stewards to serve as a figurehead of our country. Let us gather at Dustinwall to decide who shall represent us. You know what? I'm actually gonna wait till this guy dies before I take that mission. That. You're gonna have to fight that. Yeah, oh, I can't be drilling. Sorry, I forgot that I'm in the middle of a horrible, horrible downpour of rain. Bone carver. Rock grinder. Yeah, I'll do that. Movable plot. Yay. Alright. Here's Flagellant Frenzy. It repays off. Yeah. Alright, good. Sure was... Yeah. Mm-hmm. An opportunity to score. And then improve relations here. Traveling minstrel. Alright. Yeah, let's do that. And then we can do the first free fair. One of the many joys of the small country was the New Cobble Pie Festival, where the entire nation would gather to sample the finest foods in all of Castanor. Despite the name, there is more than just pies on offer pastries of all kinds, freshly made cakes, bread, and still warm from fire. Truly a wondrous celebration of the halfling appetite. It is an interesting combination of circumstances. Our people have opted to hold a similar celebration in Dunstanwall on the same date the stewards plan to announce their new organizational structure. If we were to schedule a vote immediately following the sampling, we'd likely get enough support to secure a legitimate election. Alright, so I get the Newshire stewardship. A perfect pie. Alder Kettlebrook, a middle-aged halfling of 33, was hardly anything special. He rose every morning at the crack of dawn, paddling his way to his kitchen to make breakfast for his family. He watered his plants, smoked his pipe, and saw his partner to work, and soaked up a little morning sun before second breakfast. Some days he would read either on his little bench by his door, or if it was raining, in his armchair by his favorite window. Occasionally he would try his hand at authorship, although he knew he would never find the same success as his great-grandfather Conrad. Rarely he'd visited one of his brothers. The only remarkable thing about Alder Kettlebrook was his ability to make a perfect pumpkin pie. It defied all logic. With just a heap of fresh flour, a sliced gourd, and a few other ingredients he kept to hand, he could create a dessert beyond all comprehension. He would get visitors, perhaps 3 a month, seeking him out for a slice. Such was the quality of the dish. At the Dunstanwall Pie Festival, or as it came to be known, the first free fair, the crowd flocked to his table, sniffing out his pastries and devouring them in a matter of minutes. It just so happened that, at the first free fair, little Belladonna Underhill made a mistake. You see, she was supposed to bring a box of votes for the election for the stewards, and the box for the sampling to the judges, but she was awfully distracted by the colors and crowds, and she may have mixed them up. Alder Kettlebrook was not a steward. It was rather surprising, then, that Alder Kettlebrook became the first steward. The ballots don't lie. Yep. More conversions. Who am I allied with? Yeah. I'll come rescue you later, maybe. 34,000, 27,000. Birth of a new people. Embrace the cultural shift. Alright, we are now in Newshire Halflings. Setting ourselves apart. The longer we spend away from the small country, the more different our culture becomes. In recent times, we have even begun to refer to ourselves entirely separately to the old halfling loyalties. No longer are we Redfoot, Bluefoot, Visfoot, or Imperial. We are the Newfoot of Newshire. Now let's see about a nice cup of tea. And so, my dear Conrad, the honey flowed freely from the valley once again. All the happy halflings never went hungry, spending the rest of their quiet lives with their bellies full and sated. Harry Kettlebrook, a well-to-do halfling of 52, placed the well-worn book down despite the pleas and begs of her grandson. "One more, please, Granny," he hollered, chin barely peeking up from the thick covers he was wrapped in. "Perhaps tomorrow, little one. Your grandma has a steaming cup of tea waiting for her to get before bed. Not to mention that growing halflings need all the sleep they can get. How else do you think we get the hair on our feet, hmm?" Smiling kindly, she watched as little Conrad Kettlebrook's eyes widened comically before he leaned over to blow out the candle and burrow himself impossibly deeper into the warm blankets. In the kitchen of the little house on the hillside, Harry watched his freshly brewed tea swirl in her cup, frowning thoughtfully. It was ever so expensive to import into Ascan, but the small pleasure of mug would bring was unmatched. As she glanced out her window at the dimming sunlight shining over the half-plowed field she spent her life caring for, a thought flashed across her mind. The soil wasn't perfect, but there was nothing, if not Newfoot thought, but she was nothing, if not Newfoot through and through. Teasing Huan's bounty from her white-knuckled grip was their specialty. "My dear," she called, looking to the doorway where her husband's head appeared, "do you still keep in touch with those Port Moonis fellows? It might be time to try a different crop." And fresh tea has come to Newshire. Yeah, we're basically only tea-producing provinces. Alright. Loyalty. Patronage of the magical arts. Okay, so that is... This is 30 or greater. Never have too much money. Alright. Time to start through and finding a mage. Yeah, I don't blame him. I'll go ahead and take this. Yearly corruption is good. Yearly corruption reduction is good. Okay. But, yeah. as well. Please, I just want a mage. Right, Firebrand, yeah. Soul. Alright, Corn still lives and we must follow in her footsteps. A letter carefully penned despite the chaos. There was a knock at a door. A letter stamped closed with a lax seal, marked with the symbol of Newshire's fledgling transmutation guild. The organization was small, but it had been very helpful with growing bigger, better crops. At least they were until all the crops died. As it happened, all of the plants being dead had caused them rather a lot of trouble. My name is Leighton Kettlebrook, the page read, Grandmaster of the Chloramancy Guild of Newshire. To be direct, we believe we have a way to end the Red Days. The expansion was concise, and all the chloromancers requested was the necessary facilities and freedom to continue their research should it turn dramatic, difficult, or controversial. What do we have to lose? A solution. One that must be investigated further. Blood is, in a literal sense, life. Leighton Kettlebrook, Grandmaster of the Chloramancy Guild of Newshire, scoffed at this assertion as the field shifted from green to rust red. He commanded his fellow Chloromancers to pay close attention to the contradiction at hand. Why does life end itself? Can only one form exist at a time? Can one not bolster the other? Days passed, weeks, months, the deluge continued to fall. The riots continued to spread, and then, without warning, news arrived alongside a vial of deep red liquid and a sunflower growing in crimson soil. A breakthrough. Alright. Let's go with Redfoot Musketeers. A difficulty. Something that comes with consequences. As quickly as they could, the Chloromancers put their experiments into practice. Halflings from across the realm were organized to spread the solution as far as possible. Newshire was united, the riots stopping as the people found hope once more. The process was hard and long, and resource intensive, but for the first time in years, shoots of grain could be sprouting from beneath the earth. For now, the Chloromancers are focused on their work, refining their serum, and preparing for more every day. They'll likely expect a reward. We have been saved. Whatever they wish for, we ought to provide. Alright, you know what? This could use one of those. And this could use a fort as well. Alrighty. Now, in terms of who I can fight, I could go for Heart Grinder, potentially. I fought Bone Carver instead. Who hates Heart Grinder? Blade Breaker. Let me see if I can just get them on side. I can do that. I could go attack Heart Grinder. Would be good. I should probably go with admin. Bowman. Let them have fun. Alright. Okay. Now I just need farm estates. I gotta deal with stall poor. Appreciate it, Corvuria. New organization, there we are. That is dealt with. Already my religion, which is good. Alright. Pains me a little bit, but I think we're just gonna have to kind of sit around and try and rebuild our nation for a while. Potentially go to war with someone at some point. What if I leave the coalition? Does that make me right? I'm gonna wait to take that. interested. Right. Oops, Warner cost is around. Still. Full vassal. It's fun. Right. Let's just have relations with everyone a little bit. Ribsby. No, I need someone a little bit meatier. Okay, so who doesn't hate me? It's a bit more difficult of a question. Potentially maybe talk them. Could be interesting. Alright. That'll be dealt with soon enough. Building the halfling homes. Good. Or is good because those are halfling homes. Alrighty. Ooh. Trial. I want that Republican tradition at the moment. As well. Okay, so these need town hall buildings. We obviously are going to go with bottomless bags. Increments of that. Okay, so they have claims on Paramount. Just have to wait for those guys to reform out of hordes. Right, and where is it? Put one right here. Yep, and then right there. Alrighty. We have unlocked a door that should not have been opened. The downpour has ended. Peace once again reigns across Newshire as our people are fed, sated, and contented. As quickly as they began, the riots and chaos of the deluge seem to have been forgotten. Everyone seems keen to put the rotten business behind them, except, of course, for the Choromancers. Though their experiments have grown rather outlandish, they seem happy to continue them on their own land for now. Across the nation, they are heralded as heroes, cheering into every village they enter. Their potions and magics appear ever more potent, and our crop yields have never been this high. One wonders how far they plan to go to unearth Halan's bounties. We got a spy network here. There's a thought. Yes. Yes, that is interesting. Right. Great favors here. Let's take that. Go ahead and provoke bolt, deal with it. And then this also needs one of those. Alright. Yep, there goes any chance we had at forming Castanor, which, you know, would have been funny. Take that. Right. Up Creek, the Turan Plains, Adenica. These three historical areas have long served as the core of our growing nation. As time has passed, we have incorporated four more distinct territories into a realm, the farthing of north, south, east, and west. Now that we have the administrative abilities to do so, we will incorporate the farthings eternally into our country. Newshire shall forever hold the domain of the Northern God Shield. Okay, now we have claims on them. And we will need them. Alright. Growth of the printing press. Getting 20 development capital. We should start getting it. Yeah, let's declare for Eskin. I don't think they want anything there, would they? No, they wouldn't. They might, though, so... let's do this. Right, so what we want to take is basically this, all of this. Right. Borvaria, do you happen to have any interest in those provinces? You do not. Order Aldresia. I just need money. And that's going to be very funny. Alright. Alright, growing strong. A letter, a difficulty, a door we should not have opened, a solution beyond our ability to refuse. There's a knock at the door. Cora Kettlebrook, a promising young mage, the progeny of Leighton Kettlebrook himself, sweeps into the office, escorted by several of her students. All bear the Chloromancer's mark. Cora adorned with the symbol of the Guildmaster. She smiles tightly, a thorn hidden amongst a bushel of roses. First Steward Adler Kettlebrook, she begins, lowering herself into the chair opposite. I come with a business opportunity, one which would greatly benefit our darling Shire. Her suggestion is simple. An enshrined position in the government, protected from the stifling oversight of the magisterium, in exchange for continued support of the Chloromancer's Guild. It is not phrased as a suggestion. Even now, years after the deluge, the heroism of the guild is remembered. Their magic is potent, and many a farmer has made her fortune using their elixirs and spells. To refuse them would cost the steward their career. Coral Kettlebrook leaves the office with the declaration in hand. The door is not closed behind her. Giveth to Halan, and Halan giveth back. Alright. Now I want to them to not touch Ancardia. You know what? Let's send in and sell it back at them. We don't have the prestige. Let me improve relations with them. Okay, if I was to declare on them, Finally getting some actual money, which is nice. What did we need to build? 3 farm estates and grasslands. This is a good one. Trade good. Asinair is the next one. Alright, we almost have bees. Though the bees of Ascon are capable of doing their jobs, they simply don't compare with our old, carefully bred bees from our origins. Successfully acclimatizing some of them to these lands would be a very worthwhile investment. If we're friendly enough with the owners of the largest small city, we should be able to arrange for an introduction. If not, well, halflings are known for being sneaky, if nothing else. Alright, let's go with Tiffany under shield, 445 ruler. Alright, now what needs production building in these two? That has a production building, this needs a production building. And they both need 8 dipload. Alright, Merchestier. Stop doing that. Offer you an alliance. And then I want to improve relations. Alright, we'll get this one. National manpower modifier is great. Gives us a bunch more men in the bank. We inevitably need to go fight. Alright, encourage development here. Disappointed. Alright, that's good. And this is the other one that needs to be done. Go ahead and put encourage development here. Yeah. Right, this can also get one of these. And this right here. Do this. That'll help my economy out too. Good one right here. That should be, yep, grasslands. Farm estates. Fill their kettles. Newshire's domestic tea industry has really taken off, and the Newshiremen, along with interested foreigners, are clamoring for more. With a little elbow grease, we can expand our existing efforts. Maybe we can even grow some new ones. Steaming pots of Newshire brew will soon fill Holana's kitchens. Alright, so we will produce tea here. I guess we also started producing tea right here. Right. Cultural exports. This needs plantation at some point, and he got refunded for that. Nope, can't build that there. That's fine. Alrighty. Let's go up to 30. Let's combat with these days. 27. Yeah, 30's good. Right. Development-wise, we can actually probably start. I need to take this, actually, because I do want to fight. Go with large cast iron cannons. Alright, so we are at 130. We need to get up to 190. Client guarantee, that gets us up there. You have loans to repay. That's fine. Discipline is good. Stability cost is fine as well. Expand the bodyguard. Take the Republican tradition. Alright. Where is my exploit development button? I do that. You pay those loans. Wait a little bit longer. Yep, there we are. Now I want them to economy actions. You just get them to transfer trade to me. Alright, great power actions. And influence them. And now we need to send them a much smaller gift. That should be good. Excellent. And we will go ahead and vassalize them. Hurrah! Alright. Doing good on getting some extra people culturally converted. Ooh, that's a good general. Next, I want to declare war on Bladebreaker. It's an anti-monstrous conquest. And how long is their truce with? It's a while. Heck-wise, how are they doing? 13. Manpower-wise, they have more than enough manpower. Alright, we can stop doing that then. I'm gonna stay home. This can actually get fort. And so build a fort here at some point. Those revolts. Two farm estates being built. There we are. Yep, there's two. Development costs come off there. Do not fuck you, Arboron. Oh, send an insult. Is there any other good allies I could get? Assuming Heartgrinder has a truce with them too, though. Yeah, they do. Okay, so the goal during the war would be to grab one of these provinces, return that. Alright. And you know what? I'll give them this, and I can take that off. Right. Alright, I can build one more manufactory. Nope, can't build that there. Can't build it there. It's not farm estate. That would not be one either. Yeah, that's fine. This needs a mage tower as well. Right. Guys need to drill, ghouls emerge, shit. That's unfortunate. Alright, is there anyone who would be willing to offer knowledge sharing? Hypothetically, I do not have any actual problems with them. Go ahead and take that. And then I'll take Diplotech 2. Go ahead and reduce that. Oh, thanks, Ibavar. Sure. And I will go with this one. I should probably put that on as well. That would help. Lich King rises. As report has a Lich King. Oh, Lich King, but they are a Lich. Right. I want to put a spy network in them. Income-wise, what are they? Blade Breaker, Blade Breaker. 82 ducats per month versus my 62. But they have 2 gold provinces, which are giving them actually very little. Minister will integrate the dwarves. They've suddenly decided they wanted all my provinces. Yep, they did. Yeah, this should mean I think they all break their alliances with one another. Go with Anti-Monstrous Conquest. Let's call on our buddies. Sell it. Okay, we might have to wait a little bit longer to let our morale recover before we do that. Right. Doing that. Stop doing that. Yeah. Need 4 barracks on farmland provinces. Oh, wrong one. Build a barracks there. One right there. Alright. We also want to counter espionage on them. Just in case. Build one there. And then one right here as well. Be able to do that. That's fine. I can get that. Get that. Vale Fort. Three Tower both need forts. Alright, where's my buildings? Up there at the top. Yes, that's 3 barracks. Simple terrain. There's another place. Fine. Alright. Yeah, let's declare against them. Alrighty. That actually has good defensiveness. Blades keep. Where is Blades keep? Here. Alright. I neglect. Dependent preachers. And get, how many men does Dog Eater have? 18,000. Okay, we're gonna march this way and get them, knock them out of the war as quick as possible. Because that'll be 18,000 men left we have to deal with. Let the trolls in. Alright, so what we want here is we want something... Nope. Jesus Christ, they have expanded. That, and then... this... Potentially something like that, even. Right. Should be enough to get Dog Eater out. Right. Yep. Can pillage their capital for funsies. Okay, this is hills. You know what? I need to steal their maps of the West Warvara to see quite what we're dealing with. Yeah, that's bad. That's really bad. Blessed be our bee. Our new bees have finally settled down, and we've already begun to see results. However, many of our farmers, having never seen the small country, lack the knowledge to properly care for them. If we were to distribute some apiaries to the most learned members of our clergy, we could finally utilize the insects on a nationwide scale. Alright, that's getting built. Bane's Fork. Not the time to be rebelling, guys. I know you don't like me, but really, fighting against our common enemy. Hmm. Okay, let's try this one more time. And chase these guys down. Right. As everyone keeps fighting, we can still do this. And I can take that off. Right. And both of these guys are actually perfectly fine generals. Not like great or anything, but fine. I want this and turn some provinces to Newshire. Okay. I want all of those provinces, and I got wars on all of them too. Right. I can do that, and these can go over to me. I can go finish off Ancardia real quick. Yeah. Um, yeah. Right. Snotfinger's still around. Right. What needs to be built? One right there. Fire Estate. Okay, that's good. And then Burst into Bloom. We could not stop the Chloromancers. This is hopefully not the worst thing in the world. Halan giveth back, after all. Alright. Guild of Chloromancers. Vivimantic Experimentation. Okay. There must be renowned in transmutation. Right, we can do this, this. That'll be done later. Yeah. 60,000. This one should go first. This one is going to bring up the rear. Alright, that was brutal, but even casualties. Yeah. Alright. Let's just chase them down and slaughter them. Make a little point to deal with them. Good. Dealt with. Castellier would have... what? 5 other provinces, development of which... Right, I'll take that. Right. Now, it is time to... Is it... release Covenblade and... release the Council League. Alright. Alright, time to annex them. Ability. I talk to you real quick. Strong duchies and ability integration. How far are we from being able to do that? Ways. Encardia. I'm gonna go deal with Encardia real quick. Yeah. Is there anything else I need to build? Is there anyone they're allied to that I could attack? Who Guildier? Spy network. I will need to grab all 3 of these provinces. I don't have much of a reason I could do that. Alright, I can head down south. These guys come here. Just go ahead and finish them off. Alright. Alright, for this one, Ibivar can jump in. If Ibivar, they don't have claims on that, do they? Do they even want it? Yes, they do. Alright, I can help you out with that, Ibivar. I have so many cores to reconquer. Whole bunch. Well, I guess I could declare war on Kugilder right now, actually. If I really wanted to. Culture-wise, green orcs, forest goblins, Chaldresians, though, that's good. I suppose I can fabricate claims on this and sell Aldresian on Blade and this. Alright, this can go over to my lovely friend Ibivar, and them. I not want it anymore. Nope. Give me money, 4 reps. That, Cardia. Take that. Alright, and for this, it needs a temple, 8 manpower. Alright, then we go why we fight. Do they have any overlapping cores? They do, actually. Also, let's find out on them. Take that off. Suppose I can grab right there. Alright. And then for Bone Carver, Spy Network. Alright. Excellent. Yep, they want men. It's better spent them. Advisor, supremacy of the diet. Do that. Just up these to 2, and then here we do that, and go ahead and upgrade all of our forts. I'll upgrade a couple of them. Who are all of them fighting? And they still don't know who I am. That is also upsetting. We have knocked Bladebreaker down a few pegs, which is great. Additionally, as soon as they reform, they get much weaker. Because they lose some very silly bonuses that they have. Doing that. Declare war with a reconquest on them. Balverton. Alright. Area. Okay, here I can fabricate claim on Athfork. All these guys now hate each other and want to fight, which very much in my interest. What area? Esker Fort. Where's Esker Fort? This one. Alright, I can do that. Yeah. They only have 40,000 men. Alright, additionally, this needs to be fully integrated into the realm. Alright, so for this, that are all good. What's wrong with you, Marld? Yeah. Mercenaries will just have to deal with it. 443, that's 10, 12, 11, yeah. And that's all of their cores. That will be 3 provinces. Return to them as cores. I can grab a few extra. Not that far, though. It is nearly done. Excellent. Right. And I'll go ahead and throw that down. Should be able to nearly accept it. Alright, let's throw Advancement Edict down here. I'll take that then. I'll deal with the half-orcs. Reps. In good of a war. Great. Like I said, as soon as they convert, they are going to have to deal with... what's it called? They're gonna not have the Green Tide Horde government reform. Let's go right there. And we are just gonna continuously fabricate claims on everyone, pretty much. Right. I'm not converting that. Alright, that is done with. That's great. We're a bit over at this point. So I am going to click this. I've got 30,000 men left somewhere. Don't know how they're managing that. Order Aldresia. Ibivar. They still don't want anything. Alright, so I want you to return. No. Yep. And yep. Right. That'd make a lot of people upset. Guess I'll just do this then. Yeah, I think I can improve relations my way out of that. Grombar's nothing. Yeah, Grombar's nothing these days. Right, they come south. I can keep Gawet out of the coalition, that'll be fine. And just these 5 provinces is good. Yeah. Alright, that fixes the borders up nice and well. These guys can go head that way. We can go that way, and we can now get an empire. That's fun. So yeah, Severdeer's in a coalition. I don't care. The people I care about keeping out of the coalition are Ungudalvor, which they can't join for another 10 years. Ashiende, I can improve relations with to get out of that. Yep, Ashiend. Alright. That. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. That's not good yet. And Valefort. Alright. And let me fabricate claims on something. Yeah, tax modifier. Canwood. And then fabricate claims on, yep, math. And I want to build 2 of those. That should help out a good amount. Livernheart left. They're smart. And they're fighting Pearl's Edge. You know what? Sure, Lex. Let me just check the religious leagues. I don't know who's gonna win this one, actually, because they have Ingudavor. Ingudavor. And Heartgrinder, but both of these have recently been kind of... I mean, they nerfed themselves by reforming their government. Right. And here... Right. That's not correct. One unit of infantry. Break the rocks. Fourth, we must use our newly fueled laborers to work the less arable lands of our realm. Thus the cycle shall continue forever. Remembering Small Knight. Though we might not be much for adventure, we never stop venerating those whose great deeds came before us. One of these heroes none stands quite so short as Dustin Small Knight, who led us to Ascon, fought back the Green Tide against Khorne herself, and established the Small Fellows, the predecessor to our grand nation. He may have been small of stature, but we shall build him a monument that is larger than life. With our monument complete, and with fresh ale in our bellies, we have arrived back at a common issue since our arrival in the region. We are no longer at home, and we must fight harder than any halfling has ever fought before. Let us strike whilst the iron is hot and begin massively reorganizing our army. We shall show all Halan that under our rainbow, even the shortest halfling can defeat a giant. Our people may not be fighters, but that doesn't mean they aren't strong. Their talents simply lay in different places than the rest of the world. Besides, a toolbox to the head is as effective a weapon as any. Giveth to Halan, and Halan giveth back. The last lines. Perhaps the sedentary Newshireman lifestyle may not be such a bad thing. Bind games are awfully popular, especially amongst older halflings, and all are adept at gleaning insights from even the smallest phrases. It shouldn't be too difficult to train them up and give them top brass, and the top brass of our army would benefit greatly. Alright, so those are done. And then a Veil Fort needs its fort. Alright, go ahead and build a couple there. Sit back here instead, should be better. Halflings aren't usually particularly religious, at least the Canorian halflings, so my long tradition of just not caring about the League War can continue. Okay. I can build a few more buildings. Actually, government buildings sound good. Also, annex vassal. That'll be done in 8 years. It'll be a little bit fewer than that, actually. Especially if we do that. Romantic experimentations. Oh, I can actually... Nope, I already have claims on that. Just to encourage my lovely little vassals. Wet involved? They're not. Right. Already losing power, that's okay. What else is happening in the world? The goblins are dominating this time. Stone dwarves are doing great too. Huh, that's cool. Is this truce and 80? Yes. Alright, my vassals have started fabricating claims. Goes the war. Absolutely nothing is happening. Take claim on whatever this area is. We have Coven-bladed culture now. Heart grinder, fabricate claim on this. Alrighty. Hopefully they'll leave 4 rages for a little while. I also do at some point need to get done with these, this, what's it called? This terrible modifier we have. Yeah, it's pretty awful. Although it's moderately offset by all of these. Okay, I can do that eventually. I need that. Yeah. Alright, the meaner, the greener. We push the orcs back alongside corn herself, but even now a few communities stubbornly persist in our lands, much like dirt under one's fingernails or jam in one's foot hair. But perhaps they could prove useful after all. If we asked them nicely, we could offer them a home inside the fortified towns of Freetower and Valefort. In return, they would serve in our armies, giving us extra brawn we sorely need. If they refuse, well, I suppose we're not actually asking. Alright, so... keep moving there. And we want... start working on trade a little bit more. Yeah, we moved our capital. That explain that. We do, however, need that. So that will help a lot with the whole angry peasants thing. Although we're all kind of peasants, so... suppose we shouldn't really be calling peasants. Can't take admin ideas. Go ahead and accept Ancardians. Really love Balmeyer. Balmeyer would be really great. How much would it cost, hypothetically, to do a magnificent feast? A lot. Let's do plant growth. Make a bit extra money. Give our Chloromancer something to do. Yeah, we'll do that eventually. Alright, and the provinces we will be taking are all of these. Beautiful. Gildir. I want to wait until I can actually get in with Arboron. New Talon Mount. Ooh, Lion's Marsh. Do we have any of the colonial cultures? Yes. This is... Huh, alright. Yes, this also needs a fort. There's our artist. That's unfortunate. We can get production efficiency right now. There instead. Rebels. Oh, they're up here. Yeah, they migrated. I forget that's a thing. That is the result of our military debuff right now. The only benefit is that it restocks our manpower. Alright, what do we want now? With offensive ideas. Quality ideas are a little bit more fun. Vintage. Corvuri isn't taking part in any of that silliness. Culture-wise, what's happening in the deep woods? Just green orcs. All Kazanans in there, though. Used to pay their loan off. I don't think they're still upset about that, though. Just go with the Tree Exemplar. Yep, do Cursewood. Alright. Let's look at total income. We're doing well. #1 GP right now. Let me see. Can I see anything that's happening down here with Avion? Ooh. Cannot. Getting close to having their chest tier integrated. Let's improve relations with Coven Blade. let's actually throw down a few more barracks. Against the cult, good. Orc slavery pays off. Seinthal, no. Yeah, rival them. Is there anyone I could potentially vassalize? Offer vassalization. Grombar. Now there's a thought. And they won't... don't really care about fighting Galed that much. Mountain Shark, Shattered Crown. Okay, yeah, I can do that. New creatures, immoral prices, I'll pay. For alliance. Alright, so we can get up. Good. Different religion actually doesn't matter. And they don't think they're gonna lose cores on any of this stuff anytime soon, if at all. Fun. Improve relations with them as well. Blade marches. Hey, friendos. Alright, integration. Hurrah! As a celebration, we're going to be integrating the Nurchesterians. Because they're our buds. They helped us out. Alright, and I am going to go ahead and influence them. These guys, I'll split them in half. Half will come over here, and half will join up with this army. I guess they recognized that in Goldavor was a threat. They broke them up in the pathetic little AI way they know how. Alright, send gift. I do. Strong duchies. Yeah, I can do some trust. Favors. Call diplomat. You know what, let's go ahead and curry some more favors with them. Like this. Maybe we need to start fabricating or building a spy network on them. How longer do I have this? 6 more years. Go with Humax Rest. And get Ibivar in here too. Damn, they really lost provinces. Alright. 4. Humax Rest. Alright. You only have taken war score. And Dog Eater never reformed. That's really unfortunate for them, actually. Recall was defeated. I assume they spawned right there. Amion dunked on Resin-Cond. I haven't checked the status of the Resin-Cond rework recently. Statesman. And then from here, we just want to hand a bunch of provinces back. Right, these guys can use another general. I can afford to lose a little bit of Republican tradition. What if I take this? That will give me 5% morale of armies. Look at the military comparison. Yeah. Nearly 1 morale lower than them. Goblin rampage. Shit. These guys can stay, these guys can stay put there. Okay, that is a woods province. Alright, for Aranan. Alright, Corvuria, what provinces do you want? Alright, Corvuria. Ooh, Celian's having a good game. Ibivar, buddy, come on, get in on this. I know you want to be here. Not really. They're beat to hell. 6,000 men left. Yeah, they're not having a good time. Bernhardt, I don't care about any of your provinces at all. Right. Oh yeah, I can probably throw down. I wonder what's being produced here. We'll just do that, and then... yeah, we can do that. Alright, Wyvernheart, still not willing to give up. Because they are needy losers. This would give me 22 aggressive expansion. And I can actually just hand this to Covenblade. Shattered Crown. And I really wish I could help you out, buddy. I really do. We're doing this with a horrible, horrible military modifiers. Is the saddest part. I mean, we've lost way more troops than them, but... you know, at this point we have about equal amounts of men to throw at each other. We might actually have a few more. Where is my 30 stack? They are here. Alright, are you willing to give this up? Yeah, and I'll hand... okay, so for these guys... here to that alliance. Here to that alliance. Here to that alliance. And... turn that core to Covenblade. Yep, alright. this. Yep. A whole bunch of these down. That's good. Oh, I need vivomantic experimentations. Alright. Should be good. Do they have any more cores? No. They have 3, 5... Wait, could I hypothetically hand a core off to Oven Blade in this war? Right. Please siege that Coven Blade. That will be more province later, maybe. All diplomat, very well. There's our commandant. Her. Alright, so hypothetically, we come here. Nope, not that. Yes, yes. Alright, if we come here and we do this and this, 16 aggressive expansion. And if we come here and we do claim, sorry, cores. That will make only these guys upset. They're also war within good old war. Ready? And these guys can come here. These guys can head there. These guys can head here. Alrighty. Just like that, we have annexed everything that they have wars on. And go to war with Barumon next. That'd be fun. Alright. Warheart Infantry. More Halfling Irregulars. Yeah, more infantry. Alright, Council League, annexation time. Our whole buddy. I could help you so much. You would just, like, listen to me and help me out. Yeah, that's fine. And Barumond is allied to them. Okay, these guys still have a whole couple more cores to deal with. I will actually come over this way. It's 211. Let's do 210. And then 34 infantry. Future-proof them, 34. I'll let this one be an odd... have a odd number of cannons. It's fine, whatever. This goes to Coven Blade. Yeah. And then we take tech. Alright, we are all caught up. That's excellent. Additionally, our best friend Corvuria has a whole bunch of provinces. We're gonna be best buds. Yeah. If I ever get into a war with Celiand, which I am unlikely to, I will feed the rest of the provinces to them, and they are actually allied with Elurdia, which is a little bit interesting considering they have a ton of claims on them. And they're in the same culture group. In fact, they are minus... There's only, like, what, 4 provinces in the Dostvenorian culture group, of which one of them, I think, only shows up if you're playing as Lucian. Could try and just grab these provinces without fighting. Yeah, we just can't do it. Do we have anyone convert to Rebellion? Yeah, one person. Make sure I've established holy orders in all of these. Who are they allied with? I have actually claims on them. What are we looking like covering capacity-wise? We're doing fine. Severed year. Okay, so we have 3 more cores to get through. And then 2 Guildier. Guess next time Laurent and Gawed throw down a death war, I'll try and get them together. Actually, I'd love to have Laurent as an ally. Take a little bit of extra cash. Why not? I'll get Grombar on board. They can't migrate. Free fare. Second turmoil again. And it's not worth doing that anymore. Right, and I think the last thing I do this episode will be to get them on board. Sure, I'll share it with you. You're gonna be my vassal relatively soon anyways. Let me just throw a guarantee down on you. Alright, do some more Vivomantic experimentations. When does this last? Forever. Alright. Take that from them. They're gonna make me come down there, aren't they? Yep, they are. Head back here. Get to the state. I can do that. Seven Blade. Welcome for that. Ribs be allied to. Alright. Increased demand for draperies, good. He is a Grombari Fort. Alright, Bloodgorger, Reconquest. All them in. Yeah. Just do a Reconquest. Right, these guys need a general. Bone Carver. A Wed. You done fucked up. Who declared war on them this time? Oh, no, it was just Yu-Gi-Oh! Deer. Finishing up with their war. Bone Carver allied with Order Aldrezi and Dog Eater. Right, so for Rivesby, return cores. And this doesn't actually upset all that many people. Where's my other army? I know I had one more. Yes, they are right here. This is Bone Carver army. That. And this is also this island, I assume, is all, yeah, that's 4. Right, we lost that terrible debuff. Yeah, I know you want to give up. I don't care about you, though. Return cores. And then for this, we are going to need to take these 2 provinces, or at least one of them. Rivesby. And war reps. I'm actually gonna have to march my troops this way so I don't get stuck. Creation of the slow process. Okay, yep. And then for Rivesby, it's just province returns. These guys get deleted. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and declare war on them. I am going to end this episode right here. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day.